Arcelia! As I jump through the window and land on the ground, a big imposing body, flames coming off my shoulders. Looking up ready, bloodthirsty eyes, I stare into those in front of my body, ready to kill.
Members of the committee who are sort of cleaning up after this fight with this black pudding. Gar Steelflare has ordered them to clean up the mess, and you can see them just kind of trying to throw things into a canvas sack, and they look as they see this charging tiefling.
I'll stand up to my full height, broaden my chest and broaden my muscles as the horns and scales start to grow across my face and back. Which one of you are first?
Malevich, my love.
I'll pull my hand and pull back Yara, and then slide the armor over to Arcelia, and then start to unbuckle my weapon.
I'm just standing by the pudding, pointing down at it.
Summoner. Shaman.
No, this is what hurt her. It's dead.
Were they?
We've taken care of it.
They're of no consequence at this point, right?
They did not hurt you.
No.
No,
Yara, are you fine? Arcelia.
we are alive. It is all right. We can. How about we go and we talk in private?
Now slowly back away and buckle
I
up.
won't save them.
The members of the Committee of Moral Rectitude, again led by Gar Steelflare, are sort of looking around a bit wildly.
Who's this one? That was one of them. He came into town. Hold on. What's going on, lads?
I kind of motion towards anyone but me to talk.
As we mentioned earlier, we should make a meeting later tonight. We have wounds to tend to because of your inquiry.
All of
you
them
can
are.
see that I'm quite badly bruised.
All of them are staring, with like hands on weapons towards Malevich.
He's one of us. He's with us.
Are you sure?
Yes, I believe you have caused enough issues today, good sir. He's our friend.
I will limp over to Malevich and gently put a hand on his chest. It's all right. It's been taken care of.
You're hurt.
Nothing permanent.
Shrug my shoulders.
Kahruhn, are these people telling the truth?
If a dwarf can be known to tell the truth, then, sure, I don't even care anymore.
I look at Arcelia again, and I look back at the companions. Then I'll put my hands up and walk back. Fine.
All right, lads. Put it away. Put the weapons away. Get back to cleaning.
They all sort of look over their shoulders here and there, keeping a wary eye on Malevich. As you see the tensions die down a little bit.
I broke the window.
It didn't stand a chance against you.
Sorry. I should have contained myself. Got a flash of emotions. It felt hopeless. A
Yes.
scream, a shot in my mind. Apologize. I probably made things worse.
I will reach over and squeeze your arm. It gives me great hope that you came.
I don't know what to be in these streets.
Shall we ask when we are to meet with them? Or where we should meet Bastille for that audience?
I believe we determined his armory later.
It was
tonight.
the armory, yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, how about we head back to the inn and take care of our wounds and inform Malevich of what has transpired, yes? We also should likely talk to Sakuachi if we can find the time.
I think that's a good idea.
I will let the innkeep know what I've done. Actually, maybe I won't.
The
one
innkeep
of
will
you-
have zero issues, darling. And I glance over at Arcelia.
I pull the scarf out of the way.
I understand now. And I'll make my way back to the inn.
I follow.
Indeed.
I'll go too.
You head into the inn, the Sword and Shield Inn, simply named for a simple place. You can smell the smells of the evening meal. The place is bustling quite a bit, actually. This place is fairly active. Who walks in first?
I believe I will.
Okay.
But with haste.
Yeah. There's, as soon as you make your way through the door, I mean, all eyes are kind of on you. There's definitely like a few people watching through windows towards the town square is all that was transpired. Immediately you can hear people sort of chatting and whispering.
I turn my eyes to the ground and try to make my way up to the rooms.
I will join Malevich and say, jingling the armor in my hands, I need you to help me put this on.
Aye. I'll take her to the room and do that.
Lizard, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you planning on doing? Are you going up to the room with them?
I have no need to. Do I? Oh,
No, I'm just going to stay with you.
I'm just going to have some tea, I think.
I'll join you.
It's too cold.
Kahruhn, you are
Agreed.
quite beat up, darling.
That's just a scratch. Kahruhn is bleeding.
How about we take the tea up to the rooms and I'll take care of you?
All right.
Right.
Oh, yes, I can bring some. Innkeep? Might I get a pitcher of hot water, please?
You can see the innkeep, Harlan.
Harlan hard meaty paws.
Harland
Hearthwood.
Pause, yes.
Harlan's
It's Harlan
stern master.
Hearthwood.
Stern Daddy,
Harlan
I think was his
Hearthwood.
last name.
Harlan
Yeah.
Hearthwood, who's like a middle-aged human innkeeper, sort of like sees you and is obviously like looking for someone
Looking for the
else.
other green one.
Right, yes. What can I do you for?
Just a pitcher of hot water, please. To bring up to the room.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
The other one returning?
In a bit. She'll be down in a bit.
Yes, we will need to eat soon, yes?
Indeed.
Supper
Yeah,
will return.
Very well. I have a fine stew for the evening. Should keep you nice and warm in the cold.
Thank you.
Right. I'll be bringing that water then. Just give me a moment.
Thank
I'll
you.
bring it up in just a moment then, when he's ready. If you'd like to start treating the wounds,
Oh, certainly.
I'll just be right behind you.
All right.
Kahruhn can barely hear out of one ear, and is just like, yeah, humans are so
I'll rotate
smelly
to
and
the other one.
stupid. They're so
Kahruhn,
stupid. They're so
Kahruhn,
they're so
Kahruhn,
stupid and
Kahruhn.
smelly and beefy, so beefy.
Kahruhn. I'm gonna pull the other ear so that its attention is towards me. Kahruhn!
Yeah.
Upstairs, darling.
All right.
All right. Let's go. And we'll go ahead and we will rejoin them.
And I'll join the moment they have the tea. Or the water.
Sure thing. You have 2 rooms. I'm not sure what the breakup is.
Wasn't it one room tonight? It was 2 rooms the first night, and we were moving to a double the second, I believe.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because it was cheaper.
Excellent.
Yes.
A little tight there.
Sorry.
It's all right. I can see that you've taken care of the big hole there on the right side.
As I could. I also tried to shine it up a bit, and your leathers need a curative. I was thinking, there's a rumor, there's a thing that someone of my blood can do. It erases the horns, the tail, the claws. Actually, the claws stay. It's a spell of some sort, some kind of incantation that I can put on, but it makes me look human as much as I could.
Is
But
this something that you want to explore?
I don't know. I don't think I'll be me. What if I get lost in the idea of being normal? Is it normal?
It's something else.
The thing is that just like anything, if it's of my blood, it comes with some kind of consequence, a price. I won't be able to use some of my abilities. I don't know what to do with it. If I do use this, or if I figure out a way to do it. But I know the horns will go away. My eyes' colors will stay the same. The fangs will probably sort of be there, but I was told of this a long time ago. If I was really not wanting to feel or be looking like a monster, that this was a possibility. But who am I to do that? What would I be saying to myself if I get rid of what's, I guess, a part of me? I don't know. It's been thinking about this ever since I was in this inn and you were out there.
Well, I've come to appreciate all the parts of you that make you you. And what's on the outside, it matters, but I don't think you would be changed in the ways that really matter. But what is it that you want?
I just want people to start looking at me as if I'm normal, not a monster. I have my times, I understand, I have my ways, but at the end of the day, I just want to be treated like everyone else. Maybe
I
find
think-
someone that appreciates me for me. I don't even know anymore.
I think you will always be too special to be seen as just anyone else.
But now I'll place it in the back of my mind.
Well,
Here's the last piece of your armor.
thank you. Feels good. Can move around. Start doing some squats. Feels good. thank you.
You're very welcome.
Is it all right if we come in?
Yes, of course.
Right. Here you are, Kahruhn. Back in your armor.
Yes, hopefully we don't run into more trouble, but if we do, I'm ready now.
Very good. Well, I'll just be off to the side. I'm going to be working on Kahruhn's wounds. If you need anything, you just come on over as well, all right?
Sounds good.
About the water for tea. Does anyone want tea?
Yes, please.
I do.
Lizard folk tea or not?
Yes.
Take the lizard one.
I'll be re-rolling that natural one.
Thank you.
That's a little bit better.
Tiny bit.
I make a bunch of tea. 2 lizard folk, which is that numbing tea.
Get a little bit of numb tongue when you have.
Like absinthe. Is it also flammable?
It's likely has far too much nettle in it that hasn't been boiled long enough.
My favorite.
That was an interesting moment we just had.
I could use a look at this particular bruise here on the side. It's a little nasty.
Excellent, of course. For the 20-minute mark now, that was a critical, so that's going to be 34 points of healing for both Kahruhn and Arcelia.
I'm back to full health.
34 points of healing.
On
Okay,
top
so
of the 23 at first.
Oh, wow. All right.
So you were
hang
at
on.
39 and now you add...
No, I was at 16. Oh, hang on.
Well, no, I healed you the first 10 minutes, so that would be
Oh, all
plus 23, and then plus the 25 plus 9.
16
So 39.
plus 23 is 39. Plus
Plus the 34.
34. Oh, I have full health. Ah,
And this heals the wounded condition, correct?
Indeed it does.
Good. Took a nasty fall there, but it looks like the bruise will heal quite nicely.
Very good. I'm not hurting either one of you, am I? You alright?
You have a very gentle touch.
Sometimes. So, Malevich, I believe we should fill you in, yes?
That probably would be best.
Right. Well, we were taking a look around town, and it just so happened that, that dwarven fellow you saw, by the name of Garsteel, him and his associates, with this committee that we learned about, they're a bit radical in their religious views. So they decided to put us through a test, so to speak, which almost killed us.
So I should have cleaved them in two when I saw them.
No. They're still important to our goal here in the city, and they were
You
very
could've.
apologetic.
it would have been fine, actually, I think.
Well, there are other members of the committee, are there not?
It's not a real religion.
They did give us a discount to all the merchants because we caused them religious mental stress.
I
It's
see.
a crisis of faith, so to speak.
I said he wasn't good because he called us good and he attacked us, which makes them evil in his brain. I saw the gears begin to lock up.
I'm beginning to not like this town. I already don't like the looks and the whispers, and now we have religious tests. Are we here for long?
I hope not.
No, hopefully not.
I'm ready to travel whenever you are.
Well, we are going to need a little bit more rest and perhaps some time to sell some things now that we're not being ripped off.
I have these paintings that I don't want.
Yes, the paintings. Should have left them in Loskialua.
And I wouldn't
Why
buy
didn't you
them.
sell them to the storekeep there?
He didn't like me. He sang a lot, and then he didn't like the prices that I wanted.
Eh,
Didn't think he liked me as a lizard. That's right. Maybe he was off key. I don't know.
Well, hopefully we can unburden ourselves with many things while we're here.
Yes,
Try
we've
to
got a
make
lot
the
of
most-
junk.
I could use some new items myself. But I don't know if it's smart of me to walk the streets. Have you gotten any vibes from the people around here? I could ask around, but I've already seen something that I don't like. Don't want to assume.
The people here are awful.
And quite
Sure.
cruel towards tieflings.
Yeah, of course.
He gave the rest of some of us an odd look as well. If we are not looking... I noticed they did not entirely look at Arcelia myself well either.
Understood. Let's make our way through here as fast as we can and move on. Let them be in their hate and squabble themselves.
We will stick together so that, at the very minimum, we'll have each other. Yes. No splitting
Good
up this
idea.
time. Now, before we end up setting out for the evening, before the shops close, or for the afternoon, I suppose. What time of day is it? Looking out the window.
Dusk.
Dusk. All right.
Yeah, you were out
Maybe
most of the day, basically exploring Agata.
Excellent. We may be able to catch some shops, but maybe not.
I think you would probably imagine, aside from Gar suggesting that you meet up, most shops would probably close around now.
All right.
At least that's been your experience, most cities usually
course.
don't stay open after dark.
Actually, it's a little darker than at first, so perhaps we won't be able to get any shopping done today. So, how about we talk to Sakuwachi? We want to try and see how she's doing before we head out and speak with these people.
Are we going to see the dwarf tonight? Is that the idea? Or are we just going another evening?
I look to Arcelia.
Tonight, we should keep a finger on the pulse.
Very well.
Very good.
Were we getting a single room this night, or were we paying more for two? We had discussed it but not made a final decision. We'll need to evacuate this room if we have one.
Well, it is quite tight in here, is it not?
But this isn't the double, though.
So perhaps we do get the double?
I hear
Sounds good to me.
bombs.
I can always sleep in a corner of a wall.
Double's probably not much bigger. It's like the difference between a single and a double, like at a hotel. It's just kind of like, one has a bigger bed and the other has two beds. It's like slightly bigger, but you're 5 people. It's not that bad, but it's probably not that comfortable.
So we would have to get multiple rooms, essentially.
Most likely.
For comfort, yeah.
For comfort.
So then keep the two.
If space is a concern, one of you can sleep on top of me.
That would be warm. I do
spit
like
my tea out.
conserving warmth is wise in the cold, Arcelia. I
I'm
would
a
not
lord.
say no.
I'm a large person, so I would just.
So is Arcelia. I am too.
Yeah. Well,
Would you like to share warmth then, Malevich?
I could be in the corner of the room and allow those that want comfort to be comfortable. I'm a light sleeper. I've spent many nights sleeping in caves with dangers outside the door.
We're in a warm establishment. We're fine.
I mean, I could always remove my armor and shrink down a bit.
We're fine.
So what, to one room then?
Yes.
I am not seeing a decision.
So above board, in terms of like the conditions, does it affect our sleep?
Yeah.
Depending on how much. So let's just get the 2 rooms then.
Very well.
Yeah, you should be fine with 2 rooms.
All right. Let's move our stuff around and then go seek out Sakawachi.
I'll return some of my stuff to the other room then. We had 2 the first night, so this was the time if we wanted to change.
Excellent.
Well, is Saki, do they have their own room?
Yeah, they did, for sure.
Yes, so I suppose after we get our living arrangements sorted, we would go and see if we could seek out Sakawachi at their room.
Yeah, absolutely. Who knows?
I'm just drinking my tea in the other room.
I'm not seeing
knocking.
anyone else do it, I'll knock.
Sure.
I'm with you.
I saw how they looked at me on the boat. I'm not knocking.
Sakawachi? Daniki?
Door opens. You can see the group inside. All of them, all 4 are there. It looks like you might have interrupted a conversation. Enuma is the one who opens the door. Oh, hello.
Hello, Enuma.
Hello.
Apologies if we are interrupting. We can come back at another time if you'd like.
Sakawachi holds up a hand. It is fine, Enuma. Please, come in.
We just wanted to check in on you, make sure everything's all right.
Thank you. We are resting well. What about you?
I look to Yara.
Well, we had a bit of an experience today, which hopefully the locals will be made aware that you are also exempt from the ridiculous notions. When we were in the town square earlier in this day, we were forced to do some sort of a morality test in the form of being attacked by a giant monster that could have easily killed us.
That is very strange. I see you are all right.
Barely. We've had some time to recover, but just be wary. The locals, they were overcharging us as well. I don't know how much you've gotten out of your room today, but
It was a little expensive, yes.
hopefully things are cleared up. Otherwise, we will make sure they are cleared up.
We took
As we're
most
going-
of the day to rest ourselves because of our long journeys and how little rest we have had.
We plan on speaking with one of the city officials later tonight. Try to get some more answers and see how our appearance fits with everything.
If you wouldn't mind, before we are to move on, I was hoping that we might stay here for a few days at least. Much like what you have told us, we haven't had much time to rest.
Of course.
We can do that.
We will start looking for a potential way to Sarkoris next. There are caravans, I think. We will search for someone that is leaving in the next few days.
Excellent.
And-
All right.
Would it
Do you
be
have
all
something to
right
say?
if we come with you?
Denigi speaks up and says, I think it might be better if we get the lay of the land as well.
Of course. Well, is there anything that we can get you while we're out on the town tonight?
Thank you for the consideration, but we will do fine. They have some local food here that is similar to some of the food that we prepare where we are from.
Very good. Looking around the room and kind of throughout the whole conversation, is it possible for me to try and get a little bit of a read on the energy that they're kind of portraying?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
14.
I think with the 14, you'd be able to see, like, I mean, they've been through a lot, you know? Like, they look pretty tired, look pretty exhausted.
Well, if there's nothing that you need from us, we're going to probably get some food in us and make our way to this meeting. If any of you wanted to come, you are more than welcome to, but otherwise we'll let you get some rest and perhaps we'll talk tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
And if you need us, we've changed rooms. Ours are down the hall to the left there. The 4th and 5th room.
Enuma kind of, like, looks out down the hallway, nods his head. Thank you.
Very well. All right, we shall leave you to it. Apologies again for interrupting. We just wanted to check in.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Oh. I'll lead Yara down back towards our rooms. They don't seem well.
No, they seem very exhausted. Very short with their answers.
I hope that they can find some peace one way or another. They've been through a lot.
Certainly.
And
Well,
I will open the door for you.
thank you. I will curtsy and go on in. Food, everyone?
Yes. How did you like the tea, Malevich?
Still getting used to it.
Perhaps it's some of your heritage that makes it so you do not go numb like most humans.
Tastes like hot water to me.
I like the way it makes my mouth numb.
That is an odd side effect that Adronis had found out I did not know existed.
Tingles.
It has nice, calming feeling on the guts. It's not just hot water, but I'm glad. Food downstairs, Keep said there was stew.
Yeah, the innkeep, you say? He is still there, the schmelly human. What is his name? Hardman Strong Daddy? What did they call him? Some stupid human name.
Innkeep. That's what I called him, and he responded.
Yeah, of course.
What is the plan? What about the others?
I look to Yara.
Well, they are quite tired. They've asked to spend a few days here so that they might gather some information on how to get to our next location, which is Sarkoris. And from there, well, they're just going to be sticking to the room for now, I think, taking care of themselves, getting rest.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Sakawachi, Inuma, Deniki.
We're not gonna we're just gonna ignore the fact that they were looking at us like we were traitors.
No, we're not ignoring that fact. But they need their space for now. It is very apparent. So, perhaps tomorrow we will talk to them. We planted that seed while we were in there.
Kahruhn is just nodding.
What's our plan for the day? For the night?
Eat, go to Gar, and then sleep.
Indeed. We'll be going to Garsteel's armory and having that discussion, whatever it entails.
I'll just be honest. I was wanting to scout this place out at night. Stick to the shadows, run to the rooftops, see what we're really dealing with here. I was going to do that while you slept, but I felt like it was a good idea to discuss it first.
I think that it's a great idea, and I am glad that you spoke of it with us. That way, if you don't come back, we know where you went. I wish I could join you, but I gesture to my large frame, heavily armored. I'm not meant for crawling on rooftops.
Your company would have been a pleasure, but I could take this task on my own, if need be.
Or perhaps myself or Kahruhn could accompany you. I'm light on my feet.
Oh,
Just
you
cover up my
tired?
hair. What's that?
How are you feeling? I'm well rested. I have been able to rest while you were all out.
That is
I
true.
can come with you.
She used to be a part of the shadows, as we were told many times.
Yes, it's the used to part that scares me.
I'm still quite sneaky.
It'll be a bonding time for you both. It'll be wonderful. Two
is a great
like-minded,
idea.
wonderful individuals like yourselves.
Like-minded.
I mean, we're all in a group together.
We've both eaten dragon hearts.
See?
Kahruhn, have you jumped out a window?
We are basically the same person without the jumping out of window, I think.
No, I thought when you built the stepladder, was there a window you jumped out of? No, you broke a window, that's what it was.
I've broken many windows. You're going to have to be more specific.
No, it's similarities, I think. Yes. Window breaking.
I will come with you.
That's settled.
Fine.
Perhaps we get food. While you discuss the intricacies of your plan, yes?
Yeah, I don't know if it's smart for me to be seen down there.
Yeah, they can deal with it.
Oh, in that case, I move my cloak aside again. I'll bring dinner to us. We are back.
Oh,
Could
another
I
problem.
fashion- Oh, yeah.
I point to the window. Either we fix it or we pay for it.
So, I could fix the window, or I could make like a hat for you to hide your horns.
Yeah. The window would be nice. How long does it take you to fix a window?
How long does it take me to fix a window?
Assuming you have decent carpentry work.
We have a couple of days. Doesn't have to be right now. Although it's going to be quite cold at night.
Absolutely fix that window if you want. I could make it better even.
Yes.
I
How
bet
about you do that?
smelly
And I'll...
human downstairs would like it though, and I can't do that.
Maybe I should go ask first before we start banging on wood.
Yeah, I'll go ask.
Right.
Or not. I'll just stay here.
This
Well,
is
apparently
fine.
there's a delicious stew tonight. So,
How long would it take me to fix a window?
Probably several hours.
You
The
can
window
always
is-
work on that.
If the window is big enough for Malevich to jump out of, probably several hours.
Yeah.
All right, let's settle then. I don't want to make things awkward. I will go down with you. If I feel that my emotions are starting to take over, I will walk away and come back up here. You can get ready for the night. Take it.
I will just go down and grab a bunch of food for us.
I'll
Massively discounted.
put my hand on Marseille and I'll say, if I keep running from my problems, then I'll never solve them.
That's true, but if you aren't ready, you don't have to push yourself. Do you want to come with me?
We should all go down to show the camaraderie between a lot of different beings being together.
Yeah, and we should make demands of the slap man, strong hands man.
Garsteel Flare.
No, the innkeeper.
Harlan Hearthwood.
Harlan Hardwood?
Hearth, like home is where the
Hearthwood.
hearth is.
Oh, right. I knew it.
We'll start pushing Marseille out of the room and follow him at this point.
Right before you about to push me out, I turn to Rosh Talk. So hardwood can sometimes be used as a euphemism for.
Celia!
I don't. I mean, it's usually a better thing for carpentry. It lasts
Like
longer.
manzanita, you know, or, I don't know, oak?
Yes, ebony wood is rather.
I am very hungry.
Yes. Okay. All right. All
Just
right.
stay here then and fix the window, yes? I will fix the window. I will
They
be
did-
here.
They did mention they were going to check with Harland to see if that was all right, but I don't see why it would be a problem. You're doing them a service.
Yeah, I'll just keep fixing the window. I don't know.
I have some extra driftwood if you need wood to work with.
Oh yeah, the hardwood.
It might be a
Definitely.
little light. It's more driftwood. It's usually
Fine.
yes. I pull out one of the large driftwood pieces from my bag, removing it finally.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wood's not gonna do too much in this case. The glass is broken.
I've got a lot of goo that I can smear, if that
Okay.
helps
Again,
at all.
still not glass.
Could be transparent if stretched
I can
and
smear a lot of
dried.
goo on it. I've got so much goo.
Great. Still not glass.
Can I not make a kind of adhesive with this goo?
You probably can.
then I will do that.
Great.
That would be good.
Do you have any glass?
Do I have any? I'm going to use the glass that's on the ground and just glue it back together.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
I'll leave you to that. Do you want me to bring you your meal?
No, it's sure. Yeah, I'll just be here. Don't worry about me. Glass piece 1, glass piece 2, glass piece.
I'm looking to take Kahruhn's meal up to her.
Okay. As you all sort of like go down for some food together, this place is significantly busier than when you went upstairs. There's a lot of people in here now. When you come down the stairs, there's lots of like people pointing and whispering and stuff, and you can see lots of like smiles on people's faces. Somebody give me a perception check.
I can do that. I have a +10. Wow, 14.
Okay.
I have a +2.
Sure.
You should have higher than me, I think.
Yeah, you should have like a +13 at this point, or
I have a +11.
I'm at
14.
Yeah,
You
I'm
were higher than
+11
me
as well.
always.
Yeah, I was +12, so you're like +14 by now.
Oh, maybe I broke it. Here you go.
Make sure you have no debuffs on. That's probably what's happening in temporary.
Yeah, if it was the first roll, it'd be a 16.
It would have been 16. Yeah.
Okay. That's enough to notice that you see a few people with some like vestments on. You might have seen similar sort of iconography on some of the garb that was being worn by the members of the committee.
I will lower my breath as we are slowly making our way in and nudge my companions. Looks like we have some special company tonight. Don't look so directly, but 3 o'clock. So
I completely turned in that direction.
There's, the iconography is a sword backed by a sort of looks like a shining light. Several pointed stars.
Is that the same symbol we would have seen on the fountain statue of the goddess?
Yep.
That's the goddess's symbol from before, isn't it, Yara?
Yomade.
Or of the moralists, perhaps?
And if they're not attacking us, then perhaps they've been informed by their superior.
perhaps we are being watched in a different way now.
We are honored guests, I think, now.
Still very unsettling.
There's a lot of chatter and things about all about this place. Many people sort of pointing, and conversations are obviously about you all.
It looks friendlier than it used to, though.
Interesting.
Let's give it a bit of a test. I will walk over to whatever table seems most unoccupied. And if there's one person sitting there, I'll say to them, "Hello, my companions and I are hungry. Do you mind if we join you at your table? It's quite packed in here tonight."
There's one fairly like androgynous looking person that's there. They look. No, I'm just eating by Oh, please, have the table.
Good, thank you. And I will gesture my companions to come. Now sit down. Ooh.
They
No
sort of
problem.
like get up, like a bit excitedly smiling. Have a good night.
Thank you. Why are you smiling?
Why are they leaving?
It's just a. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Don't have to get up. We weren't trying to get you to leave.
No, it's quite all right. I was just finishing up.
Why is it nice to meet us?
Well, excuse me for saying so, but you are the chosen, aren't you?
What?
What were we chosen for?
Believe they mean you, Yara.
No. What do you mean by we're the chosen? What does that
Please
mean?
make either a diplomacy or a society check.
Do diplomacy. Do I get any sort of assistance since Rastok and Arcelia were helping?
I can assist with a society roll, yes.
If it helps, I'm sitting back in my chair with my legs spread and I look really badass. Listen, I'm wearing pants. Don't look at me like that.
Celia does the basic instinct. Leg cross. Okay. 30 on the society roll.
I assisted with a 30, yes. That was my assistance.
22 for my diplomacy.
17, I probably didn't help much.
Okay. Well, it's spreading like wildfire all over town. What happened in the town square?
And we were...
You're obviously here to purge any evils that are plaguing Egid. At least that's what Gar Steelflare was shouting.
What evils do those entail precisely?
I mean, I don't know any specifics, but he said you overcame some great evil, and must have been sent by Yomide.
No, I was sent by Pharasma.
What?
What?
She is an oracle of Pharasma.
And I am part demon.
We
Dragon.
are travelers, but not evil, no. We overcame a trial, yes.
I am a tiefling
I mean,
of a dragon origin. You seem to treat other tieflings around this place quite nicely. I say that with a very distastefulness in my voice.
All right. Perhaps I should leave.
thank you for the information.
Yes, thank you. You've been very kind. And what was your name? Sorry.
Yes, Swacker, what is their name? Please, we need their backstory here in a second.
Where do you come from?
I should just have a list of like throwaway NPC characters. My name is Tobias.
Lovely to meet you, Tobias. Yara. Garastamo.
It's nice to meet you, Chosen Pharasma.
Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Excuse me.
It does.
Tobias sort of like is bowing repeatedly as he backs away.
They
So-
seem nice.
Seems we are seen as some sort of heroes.
No, not anymore.
What? I couldn't help myself. It was the wrong deity.
So what if I would expected you to play along.
Why would she play along with blasphemy?
No.
Because it could probably get her more information.
But
Isn't that how
blasphemy-
this stuff works?
Well, then perhaps the person who was resurrected by Pharasma, so to speak, should not be the one having these conversations.
I didn't mean any ill behind my tongue.
No, it is all right. I'm joking.
Well.
Ah!
See?
I didn't
Oh, I
understand it, but that's okay.
Food.
I will go get some food for us.
Yes, thank you. An extra bowl, I will bring it up to Kahruhn.
Sure thing. Who is picking up the food?
I am.
Okay. Orcelia, please give me a perception check.
1 sec.
It's weird that you see out of your boobs.
19.
Okay. You swear you heard Kahruhn's voice coming from the kitchen.
That's not good.
Oh,
I try to lean over so that I can get a better look into the kitchen from where I am.
Kahruhn, what do you think Arcelia sees?
Celia probably sees Kahruhn in what looks to be an embrace from Hardcastle McCormick.
I shall step away, smiling, and make my way back over to the table.
You also hear the sounds of bones cracking.
Listen, I'm so glad that I was the one to go see that and hear that. Arcelia does not king shame, okay? I go back to the table. Kitchen's a bit busy right now. We might have to try again later.
busy.
I
Wait
do
and
have
eat all day.
I pull out my everlasting rations bag. Begin pulling out dried foods.
Again.
Yeah, we can eat this while we wait. Would you
They
like
never-
me to
They
warm
never
it?
taste good, by the way. Like, it's so bland. Like, the food is just meant for
It's
nutrition.
nutrition, yes. I could warm it if anyone would like some.
I would like to have a
warm
word
jerky.
with the cook. We deserve to be
hardtack.
fed like everyone else.
You can dip the hardtack in the tea. It softens it for you who need more chewing.
Perhaps we could just get their attention. I mean, if we're so popular here,
This
they
is
should be
free.
frothing at the mouth to feed us, right?
I'll look around at other tables. Is there anybody near us having a nice hearty meal?
No.
I won't make the joke. I won't do it. Yeah, there's plenty of people eating stew and stuff.
I look at the one that just got the hot steaming plate and like, hey, you!
Oh, no. I'll just go to the front and...
Would you
and-
mind
Oh,
giving me your
Malevich.
food? We are the chosen ones. And I choose you to help us fill our bellies so we can rid the world of this evil.
Just make an intimidation check, Malevich.
I'm intimidating. Fine with me.
That is deceiving.
I want to re-roll that.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. And your drinks, too. I'll just pass it around the table. You too.
Vic,
Well, they'll get plenty of food. We're the chosen ones.
you just stole their food.
Have a blessed day.
They turn and run.
See, they're
Burst through the
invigorated.
door.
They're inspired to go out in the world.
A few of the people that are like watching like point to the empty seats. Oh yeah.
Eat up. Let's go.
It's like
I just start eating.
As soon as the table's clean in a restaurant, it's people swooping in.
Okay, I
Aren't
helped.
meals included in the cost of the inn? I look around like, so they
Now it
didn't
is.
they didn't even steal Yara. Just reappropriated. Is that
The
how
man
it-
pissed himself, basically.
Is that what Adronis called it? Reappropriate?
What Adronis have fed you just now?
Yes, but they wouldn't have known it was taken from them.
Sounds
Same outcome,
useless.
though. Right?
Seems like I'm the better companion then. Don't let it get cold. Come on.
He's not here anymore, Yara. The moral
Adronis?
rectification of this has
Do
already
you want to
passed.
feed him as well? His head is in your bag, is he not?
No, I meant the man you scared away and
Oh,
hissed
my
down his
apologies.
legs.
Sorry.
Fine, but next time we just ask for their attention in the kitchen. I could have easily done that.
We can still do that. This is quite good.
You could still do that if you'd like.
Does it look like the food was eaten at all? Because that would be something. I feel like I would not eat the food, if
Food
it
we're
was
eating?
eaten
No,
already.
I said they look freshly put down.
They hadn't even taken a bite yet.
It looks like they were going to, but they dropped it right back in. Seems fine to me. Still hot, very hot, actually.
All
The bread
right.
is good with it.
Come on, Yara, dig in.
I eat,
As
but I'm
Malevich
very sad.
pounds on the table, the stuff like jumps in the air, you know?
Do you want me to feed you, Yara?
Oh, maybe she's not satisfied with this too. Anyone eating hen?
I'm
Meat of sort, fish.
Quite
it's a
all
stew
right.
day, they said. It's stew today. I think these
Oh,
inns
only
usually
stew.
have only one meal, yes. yes.
There's plenty where it came from, y'all. There's plenty of other meals around that I could get.
You need
get more.
medical attention, Yara.
No.
You're coughing.
No. I'm fine. We're all fine.
You know, Yara, there are birds that rather be fed with regurgitation.
You meaty hen!
Are you insinuating I would like to have Arcelia throw up in my mouth?
I didn't say
It's
throw up. I
very
just could chew it
unwise.
for you and pass it down if it's too much for you.
That seems like a risk of illness.
Yeah,
I would
does
recommend against it. So did I just hear Kahruhn? Maybe that's right. I need to bring a meal. Yes.
Why? Why are we hearing her? Here, if she's
she
upstairs.
might be. She's making. Was that here? I thought that was upstairs.
I am grinning ear to ear, just eating quietly.
I'm reading and I'm pretty much feeling
you
emotions from
know
Arcelia.
something?
Yes, she is hiding something from us. You can't hide
Arcelia
anything
knows
from me,
many
Arcelia.
things.
No, she knows something. What do you know?
I will put my elbow on the table and look Malevich dead in the eye. And I'll try to telepathically send him the image that I saw for a split second.
No, gods! No! No! What is it? Please stop!
Is it another psychic attack?
Yeah,
We need to.
Malevich, are you quite well? I feel his forehead.
I don't want to eat anymore. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Why? You were just
No.
wolfing it down. You were quite hungry.
I'm gonna wolf it up.
Then can I have that bread then?
Do not eat anything else in
Here's
the
the
kitchen.
bread. Here you go.
Thank you. Yes.
But back to that, Arcelia.
that
What do you
real?
know?
By human.
Go see
Go
for
check.
yourself.
Go check and let me know if this was. I want to go. I want to retire.
Where is that coming from?
It sounded
I'll
of the
point.
kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, the kitchen.
I guess she's not working on the window.
No. Do you want
Maybe
to
she
come
went
with
to
me,
ask for
Rostok,
glass.
or you...
It's working on the window.
I need to eat. I have
Hammering of a different breed.
What?
Just go look and please tell me it's not true.
As you all are, I guess trying to figure out what's going on, you catch a sneak peek of Kahruhn exiting the kitchen. Kahruhn, what does that look like?
Kahruhn is leaving the kitchen, but is completely disheveled and is thoroughly under the impression that nobody can see her.
I eat quietly.
Perhaps even doing a little theme song. She is scurrying along the wall back up the stairs.
Was that the innkeeper or the cook?
Oh, also Kahruhn's clothing is the French maid outfit.
Where did she get that?
The Janice outfit.
Oh. Is she pretending to be Janice?
Janet?
Who's Janet?
Janet, that's right.
Janet.
Janet, the human.
Why would she be pretending at this moment? We're not in...
The disguise.
Someone
She was asking about maybe she didn't want the window to be locked back
I'm
to us.
so confused.
Maybe asking about the window.
Why is
In
the
secret.
costume so... messed up?
Been traveling a while, perhaps it had no time to lay out and de-wrinkle.
Perhaps,
fresh
but it
air.
looked like there were some tears. Wait, why was she in the kitchen?
Harlan wobbles over to the table, puts down a bowl of stew in front of each of you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. He looks very disheveled. You can see his shirt is on backwards. He is a bit. You can see like there's like I think like a red handprint across his face. You can see like right there.
Oh. Are you injured?
He looks
Why
like
are
he
you
was
walking?
crying, maybe a little bit.
I'm eating the stew.
So the window, is it? It's okay now.
More stew here. Oh.
He
Have you been harmed?
stares at you for a pretty long time. Turns and walks away.
Is he limping?
A little bit.
I don't think I want to. I'll scout the city out by myself tonight.
Kahruhn said she wished to go with you.
No.
Kahruhn fucked a human?
What?
When you put it like that, it seems so wrong.
What's wrong with
This
that?
No, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just monumental because she always talks about how stupid the humans are. You know what I
Does
mean?
hate them quite a
took out
bit.
She fucked a human just now.
She took her aggression on him.
Hate fucking is a thing.
That's I've heard that. I've heard of you. You've mentioned that before. Yes, that was a very strange discussion.
She's a
I
monster,
don't understand it.
Oh my stars.
a demon. I slowly pushed away from the table and to get ready for my night out.
Didn't
They-
know she had it in her.
I need time to think.
Isn't that how it works, Yara?
What do you mean? How what works?
Said, yeah, it's in her.
That's not
That's
how I
good.
meant it. I meant that I didn't realize that she had. Well, it was in her, I suppose, unless it wasn't, and it wasn't here. Anyway,
That's very good, Rashtak.
What is?
Some would say what you just said was a joke.
Oh! Ah! I did it!
Ah, you did.
so Perhaps we finish up and we go to our meeting.
Wise.
I grab a plate and I put some food on it and I hold it out to you. Perhaps you should take this up to our very hungry friend.
Yes, I can do that. I'll bring this to Kahruhn. Make sure Malevich doesn't actually leave. He seemed he was ready to, but he should be in the meeting with us, yes?
Alright, I'll go check on him. I think he went back up to the room.
If I see him there, I'll make sure he doesn't leave. But I'll bring this to Kahruhn.
Let's meet outside once everyone's ready.
Very good. I will go upstairs and make sure Kahruhn is able to get ready and not all disheveled while we go have this meeting.
I linger there for a moment and I'm just watching you. I seem so amused by you, flustered. Alright, Yara.
I'll see you in a moment, Arcelia.
See you soon.
I can't believe she fucked a human. That's...
I will continue eating and then eventually make my way back upstairs.
Sure. Let's see. Who should we join first here? I don't know how the rooms were broken up. Because I don't know if Malevich is walking into the room where Kahruhn was or not.
Probably, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I'd be behind him by about 30 seconds or so.
Kahruhn, what's going on when they get to the room?
Nothing is going on.
Are you already changed?
Kahruhn is whistling just to herself as she's working on the window.
How's the window coming along?
The window is so good.
Yes, it looks
so good.
just the way it was when I left here.
No, are we ready to go? Or
Brought you a stew. I've brought you a stew, yes.
Kahruhn, are you decent, darling?
why wouldn't I be decent?
Because you hate
human.
fucked.
Yes.
That's not. No. What?
Oh, maybe I was wrong. I see, it was not that.
No, you definitely came out of the kitchen, did you not?
Well, yes.
We don't know what she's done to that human
I
besides
was
beat
engaged
the hell out
in
of them.
very distinct and dire negotiations with the awful little human who runs this place.
So did you fix our window problem? That is no longer an issue?
No, I was, it was for the food that you were all having to consume all the time. Anyway, I'm working on the window and I'm ready to go.
For the scouting, you and Malevich.
Yes.
That's after
The meeting.
Yeah,
Meeting first.
All right.
Kahruhn, let me fix your hair a little, darling.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, very good. Beautiful.
Okay.
So we're all ready?
Yes.
No more
Yes.
escapades in the kitchen?
It wasn't where the food was prepared, was it?
What?
Okay.
As we begin to file out, I will give a little nudge to Kahruhn and a thumbs up. Then head out.
Okay. Everyone is going, yes?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alrighty. So yeah, you all head downstairs, and somehow there's more people that are down here since you've left. Several people, as soon as you descend the stairs, pointing and
That's them. That's the chosen.
It is nice being liked instead of actively hated.
I guess so. Where are we having this meeting?
The armory?
Yes, at Garsteel's armory.
Lead the way.
You open the door and head out into the night. Now, somebody give me I will take a survival check here, I think.
Yes, I can do that. I can re-roll that. From the crit fail.
Okay.
23.
Yeah. You think you got enough of a lay of the land to know which way it is, Arashtak?
Yeah, it was off on the left side of the square. Near the pudding, not next to it, but near it. It's probably how he got to us so quickly. Yes, there. See the sign.
Is the streets? Are the streets busy?
Outside the inn, yeah.
Right, I will try to shrink down as much as possible.
Are we being followed at all?
Yep. You don't even have to make a roll.
Why are they following so closely behind us?
Because apparently we're popular. I could always scare them off.
A little reminiscent of Castrovel.
I will squeeze Malevich's elbow and say to him, lowering my voice, "Do not make yourself small, my friend."
Fine. I'll stand up tall.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you for being here. I'll continue to walk with the others.
It's not far to the Steelforge Armory. It is a lot like the rest of Egada. You know, to anybody that hasn't lived here for a long time, this is a pretty impressive place. It's a metropolis, so I don't know how many of you have been to cities this large, but this is most likely one of the bigger ones. It has that city smell, you know, of piss and shit probably out in the streets, which isn't pleasant, but it's fairly well taken care of. I don't think any of you would notice that it's definitely depreciated in the last few years. But the outside of the Steelforge Armory has some iconography for Iomi Day, and you can see that there's a sign in both Dwarven and in Common, indicating the Steelforge Armory. There's probably like the equivalent of like an A-frame, something outside to let people know, you know, any deals or anything along those lines, and you can see that it says closed for the night.
I bang on the door.
There's a little peephole at what you would consider to be dwarven height. You see a little an eye peers out.
Kahruhn just rolls her eyes.
I stare back at it, and my usual warmth is not on my face. It's more reserved and professional.
Sure. Arcelia's like got to bend over to like look through the other side of the other side of the sliding peephole. Oh! You hear like a exclamation as you look down.
Oh, it's Joseph.
Just open the door.
How many locks do they have?
He's just pretending he has 3. He's just locking them back and forth because he's a dwarf.
The door opens. You can see somebody that you haven't seen before. It is another dwarf that bows as you wait outside.
Hello there. Gar is expecting you. Would you like to come in?
Please.
How tall is this door frame? Is it something we have to duck in?
Oh no, it's a normal sized door. There's just like there's the it's the Lord of the Rings. It's like the Lord of the Rings peephole. You know, there's like a normal like an average height one, and then there's the dwarven height one.
Yeah.
There's like inside. There's like a little step stool next to the inside of the door, and you can see that there's torches that are lit up. It's got that that firelight dancing around inside. You can see that there is shields and things that are all sort of hung in a line along the inner wall. It's kind of like a long hallway, and there's wooden beams with bracers connecting them on one side, and the other side's like a stone wall. And you can see it kind of like opens up a little ways in.
Please, they're waiting for you. If you just make your way in.
I'll do so.
As you enter the Steelforge Armory, you can see some pretty impressive work put up in various places. Some weapons, some like warhammers, and the occasional swords here and there, and some mail. You see some various kinds of suits of armor, basically, that are put up.
I would like to keep an eye out to try to count how many people we've passed by, trying to determine if things go badly.
Okay.
What the threat might be up against.
It's just the one that you've seen. And as you make your way towards the larger area down the hall that opens up on your right, there will be kind of like a more open area. There's a lot of heat that comes from this area. You can hear like no sounds of hammering or anything, and they're probably like letting the forges die down for the night. So that heat is still radiating here. It still hits you a little bit. I'm guessing a lot of you might expect it, but it's still pretty intense. You can see the shop has kind of like been cleaned up. This is obviously where they do most of their work. They have forge. They've got a smithy, several anvils. You can see that they've got various work tables and things, but they've got like projects that are kind of put in various vice grips and whatnot all around the place. There is a female dwarf that is probably just tending to one of the workbenches. Looks like the person who's tasked with cleaning up the shop for the night.
Are there any other exit points other than the door we came through?
None that you see.
No windows?
So there was a window. There was a window probably like where the door was. But you haven't, there's none in this room. There's there are skylights in this room.
Hmm.
And you can see there's like long, probably like a rope or a pulley system to close them.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose I will stride forward and say, "Hello, we have arrived."
Oh, hello there. You must be the chosen.
If that's what you'd like to call us.
Yes. I was told to take you to the committee. If you would follow me.
I'll lean over and I do not like this already.
Join the club.
We have the upper hand here, so.
They're just in the back room, back here.
All we have to do is play nice for a little bit, Malevich. Is all. All right?
The black pudding, whatever it was, that great evil that we found, and managed to wrestle it inside of the... Ah! There they are now. Oh.
Good evening.
Kahruhn's French-made outfit just melts off of her body and is now just a normal armor.
You do this like in front of everybody, like on purpose, or is
No.
this...
It's just happened.
I don't know if
like
this...
an autonomic response.
Right. Oh, okay. And the you can see that there's two other people with Gar Steelflare that are here. It's two women with Gar. Somebody give me a, let's call it a perception check.
I'll throw one out there. 20.
Okay, you recognize this person. Kahruhn, I assume, is trying to assist. But,
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. The 20 allows you to recognize one of these people. You might have, I don't know if you talked to this person or not when you were exploring the city today, but you recognize this person as one of the store owners, the general store owner that's here as well.
Becca, I believe her name was.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find her. Yes, it is a human and a half-elf. Becca is the human, the shopkeeper that you remember. The other one, the half-elf, is wearing vestments. Hello. Becca motions to you all.
Please, have a seat.
I take a seat without thinking much about it.
I'll stand.
I'll pull
Kahruhn
a
is
seat
just
out.
looking with this utter disgust at the half-elf.
I'll pull a seat out for Yara and sit down next to it.
I will go ahead and sit down as well.
It's good to have you come by, Chosen. I'm very pleased to see that you've all made it here safely.
Was there expectation we weren't going to make it here safely?
As I said, Becca, these folks managed to... Well, I've never seen anything like it. They defeated this evil that I had found, and it was most impressive. I think the only way that anything like that could happen would be if they were in fact as I have said, here to remove any of this evil that has been plaguing Egida. Perhaps.
Does it seem like he is willfully attempting to withhold the fact that he sprung it on us?
Perception check.
28.
I think it's more of the suspension of disbelief, really. Like he doesn't think what he did is his doing. He just thinks he was facilitating what was happening.
Now, Becca, if these fine people are here and they are doing the good work, I think we should, in fact, give them the honor of receiving blessings from all of the merchants, including yourself. And, of course, the Steel Flare Armory.
Yes, it has in fact been seen by many of the townspeople. I've heard them talking, at least for the last few hours since this happened. What do you think, after all, Gar has said here so levelly? I think it is evident that Iomide has sent them here. I think that they are, much like Gar says, here to do good things for Agata. They all sort of turn towards you, smiles on their faces, they bow.
I am tapping my finger on the table and looking at Arcelia.
You call us chosen. What is the expectation that comes along with this? We are not from here. This word does not mean anything to us. Could you perhaps enlighten us?
They sort of look at each other.
Well, we were hoping that you might tell us.
Well, we haven't been here long, but I can say without any reservation that I have seen some evil. You have people mistreated out on the streets. Especially those of tiefling kind.
They all kind of like glance towards Malevich in unison.
I hold my stare.
You are aware of what has gone on in Sarkoris, of course.
Question, is Sarkoris different from the World Wound?
It is where the world wound was located.
Okay. Yes, I am well aware of what happened. But evident enough of our own arrival, you thought us to be evil without any information. That prejudice blinded you. Now after your test, we've proven ourselves. I see some of this same prejudice being applied to the people on your streets.
please make a diplomacy check.
32.
They all sort of look at each other. Becca hasn't really taken her eyes off of Malevich. But you can see that, like, Zolavelli is doing some serious consideration. Well, if the chosen of Ionidae say that we are to give the tieflings a fair shake, I suppose. And I think that is what we should do. Becca says, "Do you not remember what has happened in Mendev? All of the demons?" "I remember quite well, Becca. But the chosen of Ionidae are here. Are we to say that they and Ionidae herself are wrong?"
If I might correct you, Ionidae's teachings, they are also about rising above your lineage, regardless of what it is. They are just kind people on the streets.
Becca has her arms crossed. And she says, "I understand what it is that you say and what you suggest. However, we are talking about many years of being overrun. Creatures from the outer rifts made their way to our world. The outer rifts."
Are these people running amok and slaughtering all of you? Or have they remained where they stand?
They are not the same. I understand
Correct.
that. But they carry within them the blood of these creatures. We never know what may happen one day.
Like when we entered here peacefully and were attacked? Should we blame this whole city for your misgivings? Should we consider all of what you do bad as you have attacked us?
Ionidae would be quite pissed off at that, I would assume.
We should blame the whole city then for the actions of these few, yes?
Indeed. I mean,
That is the most balanced thing I can think of if we are to act the same.
correct, and throw out all the whole rising above your lineage, you know?
Gar looks a little bit like a turtle trying to retreat into his beard. As you are speaking.
I believe we should listen to these fine people, and if they are, in fact, of the opinion that the tieflings are no threat, we should treat them as we would treat any others. They are right.
Gar sort of looks up out of the corner of his eye towards Becca, seeing how she's going to respond. She turns around, hands still crossed across her chest, and she is joined by Zolavelli, who puts a hand on her shoulder, and she says, "Becca,
Who else are we to believe? Does Iomide herself have to come here? Very well. What you say makes sense. And from what the people have said, as well as Gar here, perhaps you are worthy. Perhaps you are chosen. I will say this. Many of the feelings of our people were hard fought and earned. We weren't simply born looking down upon tieflings. We've seen many Cambion make their way to our worlds to destroy cities. It is difficult to forget that easily.
I stand up and I pull my clothes aside to show the many scars on my body. Know this. I know what you mean about things being hard to forget. The history of my people, we rose up against the Whispering Tyrant. Evil finds its way through every corner of the world. Egede is not special. If you truly mean to follow what it is that we say, chosen or not, I want you to make action of it. Your word is not enough. I hail from the Burning Sun clans. It is our sole mission to go throughout the world and work against prejudice, to dismantle it, to break it down. The war in Ugyr was not gentle, and it was not short. It cost us many great lives. I want you to send a letter to my people. Ask them to dispatch an emissary unit here. They can help you take more meaningful steps. Perhaps steps that your people might find easier to digest, if the pain runs so deep.
Zolavelli says, burning sun, much like Star of Iomide herself. See, Becca? They are the chosen.
I reach over and I just gently squeeze Malevich's hand.
You could tell I'm very antsy. Just keep moving around a lot, holding a lot back.
What do you think? Do you think that this is... I will say that I think that this seems like something we may be able to do. What do you say, Becca? Zolavelli and I seem to be in agreement on this.
Becca looks you in the eye one more time, Arcelia, and then towards Malevich. Very well. We will speak to the delegate here in Egede, and we will make it so.
I slowly sit back down. Thank you.
We were not born by choice to be this. And unfortunately, this is the cards we were dealt. There are bad eggs, bad people in all shades, colors, varieties, species. But if you continue with your hate, we always find a way to rise above that. Form packs, riots. And we start to get angrier and realize that maybe what you become of us, what you make of us, are these monsters, demons, maybe that's what we should lean into, become. Because at least we'll be accepted in one way or another, instead of just looked at as trash. Your actions birth what your fears are manifesting. Keep that in mind next time you look at one of us. Yes. That's all I have to say.
Gar's steel flare bows again. He says,
I can only speak from myself and my men when I say that we are sorry.
And we expect you to prove it.
Actions over words. Yes. But for what it's worth, I can at least tell that you're making an attempt. I'll accept that for now. Just imagine the change that you can make happen if you took the time to try to understand instead of prejudge. I was being judged the moment I walked in here. And frankly, as much as I wanted to rage out towards you, I thought about everyone else around me first. Because that's the right thing to do. At least in your hands, it's not too late.
Well, now that we've addressed that, what do you know of these marks upon our necks and our chest and everywhere in between? I say, showing my mark on my neck.
they all seem to have a look without being too overbearing. And they sort of glance at each other and shake their heads.
Well, I've never seen anything like it. It has nothing to do with any sort of well, any runes or anything that I've seen before.
Do you know of Ayudara?
You mean the elf gates?
Indeed.
Kahruhn cringes when to hear the way they pronounce elf.
I've heard of them. Yes.
Have you heard of this phenomena that occurred called the missing moment all over Galarian?
No, I'm sorry.
I look to my colleagues.
Scholars in town that may study ancient artifacts?
There are scholars in town, yes. I can direct you to them, perhaps.
That may be a good way to go.
Do you know anything about, since you are religious, anything about a sacred creature? A whale of sort?
Sacred whale? No,
Osoyo.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of it.
Well, We come from all stretches of Galarian, and we are on a quest. One to purge quite a large evil.
I told you.
What evil?
We do not have all the answers yet. I look to Arashtok and Arcelia.
I will pull out my journal and begin to flip through the pages, showing them very briefly the sketches that I've made of our visit to the First World and the various worlds that we've been through. I will not let them linger long on the pages and the words, but the pictures, the people. The last sketch in the book is the hot pirate lady that I don't remember her name, but Arcelia definitely wrote down.
Okay. This would be Kitari Lambosa.
Barbosa.
So with that, we could use your help. We need gear. This evil, as Yara spoke of, could mean... You've been through a lot here. Imagine what could happen of an evil that we do not understand. So any resources that you have, anybody you can point us towards, even locations would be helpful. We have quite a good team of comrades here who specialize in different things, so any help is useful.
Yes. We will speak to the other merchants. We will make sure that they take care of you.
Good.
You'll be treated well.
Wonderful.
And the scholars will need to know where they are, potentially some that may know of the gates, or of maybe ancient history. It could line things up with historical facts and events that we know.
I believe you can perhaps speak with someone at the War Memorial Plaza. They might be able to help you. Otherwise, I might be able to help you with some things, but from what you've told me thus far, I don't know many ways that I could help you.
Well, we shall investigate into that. That being said, we did have some friends who came here with us. We have Sakawachi, Deniki, Inuma, and Ulikuk, who are all with us. They braved quite the storms with us. See to it that they are treated well as well, if you could.
I know of whom they speak. I will do this.
Very well.
If there is nothing else, we were going to have our normal meeting for the night. Do you require anything else?
I will let them know the name of the inn that we are staying at. If you would like to send us a message, you can find us here.
Shield and Sword Inn.
If you do find any thing you may deem as evil that needs to be taken care of, we could potentially look into it while we're here and see if it is indeed that or a misunderstanding.
Very well. Thank you for your, for clearing all of this up.
Kahruhn, Malevich, do either of you have anything to ask?
Kahruhn is just looking around at all of the weapons on the walls. Which one of these is the best one for culling locals when you go out to strip mine all the resources of the region?
Excuse me?
What? Nothing.
I think what Kahruhn was trying to say is if you had anything to be able to gather resources outside of this town that are local.
You're inquiring about a mining pick, maybe?
Yeah, maybe something of that nature, as I give Kahruhn a big eye.
Yeah, like which one is the best for putting down rebellions?
Of resources, never mind.
Rocks.
It's fine. Those rocks are rebellious. They come from the mountaintops. They roll down without warning. Kahruhn here is quite fond of resources, and yes, I'll be seeing her out now, and I'll grab Kahruhn's hand and pull towards the door.
Very well.
Good night. Thank you for speaking with us, and I'll be sure to pass the word on.
As will I. As will I.
I will take a page from my journal and rip it out, and I will write the directions and of whom they can speak to. I write the name Draka of the Namathkar tribe, the Burning Sun clan, onto the sheet with directions and how they can address them. I will also draw the sigil of the Burning Sun clan on the page.
They all take a look at it and are very impressed by the whole thing. You can see that Gar is kind of like holding it up to the symbology of Iomide and sort of like comparing.
Oh, yes.
I resist the urge to roll my eyes. Here are the instructions. I hope you have a good night.
Kahruhn has led the way with Malevich and has left the building and turned around the corner of the front door, and it's just Malevich and Kahruhn, and it's just...
Are you alright?
You can just see like a thin layer of perspiration across Kahruhn's entire face.
Are you ill?
I despise them.
Despise who?
I despise the dwarves and their elven assets.
Elven assets. Hmm.
The collaborators, accomplices.
Huh. Do you despise the dwarves just as much as you despised humans at one point?
More, even more.
Then maybe you should have relations with a dwarf.
What?
It will make things easier for you.
What?
Get to know them. I spend time saying about judging. Maybe you should spend more time with a dwarf to understand how they tick. Maybe it'll change your mind.
I would sooner cut out my own eyes and eat them and puke them back up and put them back in my head so I can cut them out again and also eat them and then puke them.
Who hurt
And
you?
spend any more time than I have to with a dwarf.
Do you have history of dwarves?
A little bit.
Is it those dwarves?
No, it is dwarves like them.
We're assuming. Again, you understand that's what people do to me.
I'm
and
fine.
all the other tieflings around here, yes?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
We're out of the environment. We don't have to see them again if you don't want to. I tell you what, I need fresh air. So I'm gonna go and scout around. You stay with the group. I'm gonna take to the streets, so I won't be doing anything up high like I was planning to. Seems like we have some kind of grace here, so I'm going to use it to my advantage and just see what the condition of this place is. And I will come back with a report.
All right.
Will you be alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. If you need to talk, I can be available.
All right.
Did your parents get eaten by a dwarf?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright. And I'll just kind of like walk away slowly with my eyes on ground.
Malevich walks off, and we see probably Kahruhn for a second, wiping her eyes and tears away.
Where did they go? How did they head back to the inn?
I know, there's Kahruhn.
Malevich just left. He had business to attend.
Yes. Oh, he's doing the scouting. Were you not joining him?
No. I have a window to fix.
Ah. Yes. Yes.
Right. Well, perhaps we begin to bunker down for the night.
Yes.
And if you sense anything, Arcelia, we'll see if we can find him.
Sounds like a plan. Could use a little lie down.
Very well.
And then, yes.
Indeed.
I will lead the way.
Very well. You all kind of head back for the night. Malevich,
Yes.
you are out and about. Say that this is kind of an exploration mode kind of thing. What are you doing?
I was going to be very wrapping myself up and walking around the town just to see what kind of condition things are in, looking for other tieflings. But I decided to not wrap myself up, and after the talk I had with them and walk around, I just wanted to see what the world was up to while I was gone. I wanted to see others like me, because I haven't seen many ever since the incident with my brother. I also want to see how people react and interact with each other. This is quite a shock for me because I've been alone for so long and it's been in conditions that weren't quote unquote normal. So I was just quite interested in seeing how the town worked and reacted to my presence, and seeing how other tieflings are being treated, or maybe even have a conversation with one if need be.
Sure. Let's have a perception check.
24.
Okay. You spend some time making your way through. Are you headed towards busy streets? Are you headed towards poorer areas? Are you headed towards? Are you just kind of making a walkthrough of every street, or what are you doing?
I think I started on the busy streets, seeing that we were probably leaving an area that was quite busy with other people, until I noticed maybe alleys or areas where it seemed like the quote-unquote homeless population may have upticked. And I wanted to kind of walk in that area and see if I notice anyone that looks like me.
Okay.
Especially children, women.
Yeah. There's tieflings around. I mean, they're in various states. Some appear to be homeless. Some appear to be your average kind of member of town. One thing that you do notice amongst all of them is they seem to keep kind of quiet. As you pass by, they probably each nod to you, or they will definitely take notice of you.
Is there any in particular that seem to stand out more than most, or is everybody kind of just keeping to themselves?
Most of them are keeping to themselves, yeah. I mean, nobody really approaches you or anything.
I think what I would do, it's cold here, is it not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think from the talk, my inner fires,
especially since like night is
are burning, and the extra furs that I have on me from our trip from the really cold area. I'm assuming it's not as cold as it was where we were, right? The water, because it was surrounded by water.
Yeah, because the lake itself was very cold. I mean, you're still on the lake, you know,
right.
Some of the buildings are blocking some of the wind, but you're getting that like Arctic kind of blast of wind, you know, that's coming through here periodically.
Yeah, I think I would
flurries probably falling.
I would notice. I would see if there was anyone that was like in dire need, like freezing or something. I would probably give my extra furs to them, wrap them up. Maybe talk to the local tieflings to see if I can get any information, because I do know that those that are put into some dire situations may be more informative than the ones that we spoke to earlier.
Okay. And this is you just kind of trying to find out some information.
Yeah,
about how the tieflings are treated here, or
tieflings are treated. If there was somebody in general that, if I really wanted some good juicy gossip information, who would that person be? I would think they would know, since they would be the ones that were more observative than most.
Okay. I'll take a society roll or a diplomacy, I think. I don't think there's really anything else.
I got 1 hero point. Oh, man, my society sucks. All right, I'm gonna use 0 point. That's my last one.
Yeah. No. A lot of distrust that's happening, Malevich. You know, when you try to give your furs to someone, they probably push them off and say, "I don't need a handout. Leave me be."
It's cold. You are freezing.
I'll be fine. I've lived here for some time. It's always cold.
I'll slowly get up and shake my head in disbelief, and there's nothing I can do for them. I'll just continue to walk down the alleyways and look at how poor the buildings are and the structures that they possibly made to try to survive. Maybe our last one is like, if you can be helped, what would you want? If there's anything that you need, what would you want out of anything here? Why stay here?
Where else are we to go?
What if we all band together and made a place of your own? Where you're not judged and pushed aside in the streets. You can stand proud. You are something worthy to be standing proud of.
This place is all that I know. I know nothing of banding together.
Hopefully there'll be a change soon. I'll be sure of it myself. I will not stand to see our kind in the streets like this anymore. I know my words seem fast to you, but believe me that I will take action. I'll find those that will help me. And then I'll just take my furs and I'll lay it beside them. You don't have to take it from me. But when it does get colder, and it will, at least they'll be there for you. I'll also take some coins from my purse. I'll take 5 gold coins. And then I'll grab their hand and place it in their hand and close their fist around it and grip a really tight grip. Do with this as you will. Whether you throw it and give it away, it'll help someone, and that's where it starts. And I was hoping that the heat from my body will heat their hands, and I'll stand up slowly and back away into the shadows.
Wait.
Yeah.
What is your name?
I'll stand tall and proud. And I'll bend over in front of them, get really close. Malevich. Oh, Jarl. Ancient red dragon blood. In the same predicament as you. Thrown away by my own mother. The way I look. But I will stand strong and proud because I found others that believe in me as I believe in you. There will be change. Now place my hand on their shoulder. Then I'll slowly stand up. What is your name?
I am Ragthar.
Ragthar. I'll remember that name when I return here to see if you have witnessed change. Do you have a last name, Ragthar?
I've long forgotten it.
Then your last name shall be Oyal, and we are brothers.
I stare at you confused.
Oh, Jarl?
That is right. It's a very old name. Some says it has rumors, legends behind it. If anyone ever gives you a side eye and asks your name, you tell them that last name. They'll think twice. If they know, and if they don't, they will find out. I'll smirk. The furs are of good quality. Not because of what they were made out of, not because of the cut of the fur. They were given to me in kindness by people that did not judge me or took me for anything other than what I wanted them to see. And I pass on these furs to you as such. Let that be the first sign of change. I'll slowly get up. Oh, y'all. That is your family name now. Remember, we are brothers. And I'll fade into the shadows and walk away.
rest of your search is more of the same. You're not really able to find much through the rest of the city as far as communicative or, I guess, gossip mongering types. Place is cold and people are hurt in lots of different ways.
I'll take these notes to my heart as I walk back towards the end. And I'll turn around and mumble, I will return to this place. I will see that it's made better. Whether it's in the flesh or not. And then I'll walk into the inn and join the others.
It's maybe been like two hours or so since you set out. But you return back to the rooms.
I'll knock on the door. If they're all asleep, then I will sleep outside the door, perched on the wall, in deep thought about things that happened until I fall asleep.
Everybody, please give me a will save.
Oh shit.
Still.
I thought we were over this.
Rerolling that.
Rerolling mine as well.
I'm re-rolling mine.
Well, mine's the same.
I got
17.
Also the same. We both rolled
27.
17s twice.
Holy crap.
All right then.
That's an interesting situation.
Why is that interesting, Wack?
Yeah, Whack, why is it interesting?
Because there are vague indications of each of you, Arcelia and Arashtak, in this, and Yara, sorry, in this dream. As you sleep, an unsettling feeling occurs. This feeling like something is watching you. You're inside the inn, downstairs, eating. Everything's distorted and muted and moving in strange ways. It's earlier when you were sharing some laughs, eating some stew. There's a moment where Yara, Arashtak, and Arcelia, you maybe catch each other's eye, and you know something's wrong. There's a figure amongst the onlookers earlier, but far more noticeable than everyone else. You would have definitely seen them earlier if this was then. But as Malevich and your group are talking, you all kind of glance towards this silhouetted figure. Fur and horns, the only things that you can make out. think you've seen this before, Rashtak? You think you've seen this before, Arcelia? You think you've seen this before, and you don't know where. As the groups at each of the tables are talking and merriment is being had, the only thing you can feel is this voyeuristic look. Someone is watching and is very interested in you. You know this creature. You've seen it before. You think of Sakawachi. You think of the cold. Outside the windows, you see snow falling. You see spires rising from the lake. And just like that, the snow consumes all. And all you can hear the three of you awaken at the same time.
I look over to Kahruhn in this room. Is Kahruhn still asleep?
Sleep.
No, Kahruhn. Oh, yeah, Kahruhn is asleep.
Oh, if you were up, for whatever reason, yes. You do not appear to be in the same situation that they are in.
No, Kahruhn is putting together the window still.
Kahruhn?
Yes.
How long was I asleep?
Couple of hours. You doing okay? I've never seen a lizard sweat.
I figure I had the dream again. The creature. Watching.
Explain it to me.
The furry beast watching wherever we go, everywhere. Look, Yara and Celia were there too. You were, but they think so. Maybe we are being watched on this journey, I think. But why is it that only some of us notice it? I'll have to compare notes and see if this is the same. The spires again, the snow, the overwhelming, the whale.
Well, we should check on... Who did you say? The other two?
Yes. Yara and Celia.
Right, well, let's go check on them. In the meantime, I want you to just write down all of the things that you saw and experienced.
Yes. Yes.
I will get up and check on them. Walk out of the room. Into the other room. Knock knock, room service.
I will go over to the door and open it. You will see me in my under things, and I'm drenched with sweat.
Gross. both are awake?
Yes.
We are all having the same dream, yes?
You had the dream as well.
No, not me, but Lizard, so let's go compare notes.
All right. I'm taking a bit of fabric and just wiping my brow.
Kahruhn goes back into the other room and lights a candle for some light and begins writing. Alright, so let's take it from the beginning.
As I'm leaving the room, I'll take one of the blankets off of the bed and wrap myself in it. And in the hallway where I see Malevich sleeping, I'll reach down and try to shake him. Malevich.
What is it? Is it morning?
No, something has happened in our dreams again.
What? I'll stand in attention and take me to it. I'll kill it.
I will walk into the room with the others and close the door behind Malevich.
I've wrapped myself in furs and I am following.
Is everyone okay? What's going on?
Yes, but
These three have all had the same dream, and now we are corroborating the dream between all three of them. So from the beginning...
detail as much as I can of the inn and the creature standing with the book, and us seeing the spiders burst from the lake and the whale echo, and I looked to the other two to see if that was what they saw indeed.
Yes.
You two as well?
I've
Exactly.
taken out my journal and started sketching some of this.
Can
I
anyone
showed-
remember any other detail that has not yet been said?
No.
No, not that I know of. I mean, I feel as though we've seen this creature before.
Yes, we have. In the book. Oh, I don't know where.
What creature? Explain this creature.
Fur and claws. I don't know. It's hard to make out. Can't see a face. It's obscured. Think of it as a
Fae,
dream.
perhaps?
Maybe.
And it has
Fur
been
and claws.
obscured in every dream,
Yes.
every vision.
Black figure?
A furry creature
Yes.
is a common occurrence in sleep paralysis among various humanoids.
I didn't tell you this, but on near Laskialua, where we were camping out for the night, I believe. In the cave that I took you to. I was on watch. I was a bit drowsy, and I kept seeing some kind of shadow figure in the distance, piercing eyes, claws, fur.
Each of you
But
gets a little shiver up your spine.
It didn't look like it wanted to do anything, but it was watching intently. The only thing that I could really make out with his eyes was very intimidating, piercing through me, touching something deep inside that I didn't expect. At first I
What?
thought it was a creature of the forest we were near, but no, this is different.
What color were the eyes, do you recall?
A bloodshot. Be red, the yellow nature, ever changing. It was just, the eyes were unclear, but yet clear at the same time. Something piercing through. Again, it was like it was seeing through me and at me at the same time. I felt danger. It wasn't immediate, but it felt like something scratching at a door, that invisible door in front of me that I did not want it to go in. Yeah. That's what
And you were
remember.
awake.
I was very much awake. I believe everything around me seemed to be in a standstill. Started out solid, then became kind of void-like. But what's consistent was that creature. corporeal in nature, but yet felt more real than what I am looking at in front of me right now with you. I thought my mind was playing tricks on me, a trick of the light, so I failed to mention it. Hearing your stories now worries me, bothers me. Do you believe it's connected?
I look at everyone and just do kind of, hopefully they understand, motion with my eyes and then close them and squeeze them tight and look at all of you. And then I hold my staff out and cast one of the charges of a spell. And hopefully they understood. And if they don't, well, I cast glitter dust around us.
Okay.
I do believe that is correct for the saving throw, as it uses the staffs, not mine, I believe.
You see nothing revealed. Now there's fucking glitter everywhere.
It'll go away soon enough.
Shit's never getting cleaned up.
Prestidigitation times 500.
After,
Still there. It's still
did
there.
anyone keep their eyes open, or did they understand what I meant to do?
My eyes were closed.
I was looking down anyway.
And then, looking around, how you may open your eyes. I wanted to test and see. That reveals invisibility.
Have any of you tried to remove this mark?
Well, the implications of it are quite frightening.
I have not felt I wanted to cut away at my skin.
That's
But
what
it is-
bothers me. Is that none of
it
us
is
felt
not.
it.
Yeah. I tried to wash it away, but I did not feel like tearing at my scales.
Marks are significant to my people. We wear them proudly, no matter what shape they come in.
Strange ideas when I thought about doing it, but when I got close to it, the feeling went away. It almost like it turned me away from wanting to do so. I believe that with the visions we had before on the boat, they were visions, right? Because they felt real, like a memory, like we've been there, we've done that.
That or when I was trying to feel for it magically, it seemed as though it was a psychic attack. I don't know if it was meant to feel like a memory or if it was a vision of the future. All I know is it affected our minds.
The snow, the ropes, felt the burns in my hands. I was driven to continue to do what we were doing. We were pulling something, and I wanted to pull it with all my might.
The sled.
Yes.
Wasn't the sled carrying a creature?
It was the top.
The same one we could not see?
I do not know. It was heavy. It was the top of everything. But I can tell you I was driven.
Please
I
make
did not want to.
a perception or survival check.
Oh,
You are Rashtok.
survival it is. A 30.
Rashtok. You're doing that thing in your mind where you're overlaying potentially what you saw in the dream, what you saw on the sled. They're not the same, but they're definitely similar.
Doing that as well, how similar were they to the creatures in the temple?
The temple.
The one that ate Malevich? Those were also furry,
Not even
tall
close.
creatures. Okay, just making sure. The one watching us and the one in the sled there are different. I am certain, but Similar, perhaps similar species, but they were not the same creature.
Oh,
But they looked very... I can say that with certainty.
I
We-
was having dreams before we endeavored that involved this creature.
Same.
We were on our ride with Dr. Riddleson. I was relaying all the information about my dream. He did not seem to share this.
I have a question. The dreams that you just had, was I there?
Yes, you were in with the... It felt... It almost felt, and this is an assumption, that we are seeing what was more clearly in the dream. That this thing may have been watching us when we were having the meal. And only in our dreams can we see what was actually there.
What about your lost companion? Were
No.
they there?
He was there in the one that I heard about
Previously,
the crowd.
they are not here in this instance, so they are not in these visions, as they are not the one being watched. We are.
The mark. Is it still on the part of the body that you have?
Yes, I have my mark.
No, but you're a lost companion. You have them still. A piece of them. Is the mark still there?
This is
Well,
me not
where's it gone?
remembering if his mark was on his neck, if it would have been removed with the head, if it's left with the body or not. I don't know that.
I'll leave that up to you all. Not sure.
So if the neck was there, then yes, but we were the ones who removed the head. I will leave that to Dronus. If we would have seen the mark if we removed the head. It had the neck.
Let's say
So
I'll make a decision here.
Thank
Let's
you.
say that the cut was probably right through the mark.
part of the mark, but it was bisected.
Interesting. Don't mean to open up old wounds, but I do remember slightly seeing more individuals, unlike ourselves, in the vision. You were all there, everyone. Those of maybe the past, maybe the future, and the present. I do not know what your companion looks like, but did you see them in that vision?
Not this one.
He was in a previous one, where the masses were gathered.
Oh, he was. Okay. Interesting. We might be, if they were there with us, the sled, then it might be telling of a time when it happened.
I do not think he was in that one. It was a
No.
separate vision that I had a long time ago.
Yes.
So then it wasn't the past that we were pulling the sled then.
Future.
He would have been there, right?
Yes.
All
I
right.
think we are seeing a mix. Visions of the past with this creature watching, and that was a vision of the future.
Or this creature is dictating our past and our present. We are lost. There was a book, there's writing. Could they be writing what we're going to be doing next?
Or writing what they see, documenting it. You made me think of something, Malevich. A removal attempt of our mark. It is easiest probably for me to attempt it, as my scales are able to be pried off.
And if it's under your scales,
then we will know that it runs deeper.
We do not know what sort of retaliation could occur from such a thing.
No, we don't. But I want to know. I think it could help us understand it better. You are here. I trust your abilities.
Yara, you should remove the scales, since you are very surgical.
I can also remove them.
Ah.
I've done it so with my teeth.
Perhaps I should remove it for you so that it's not as rough.
That is fair.
But wait, you do molt, do you not?
Seasonally, once a year. This is not the season for it.
Have
It
you
is
molted
before
ever
summer.
Have you molted before you got the mark or after?
We have not had it long enough, though the season is approaching.
I say
Are you
remove it.
sure that you want to do this? What if it takes your life?
If it will. If it could help, I would trust in you. I don't think that will be the case. I believe in the protection of you and my patron.
Right. I will, fish through my supplies. I will clean the area, and I will apply some numbing salve.
I've got you there. I will create a minor numbing tonic.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I can contribute this way. This is good.
Would you like me to do it? Are you squeamish at all?
No, I can handle it.
Alright. You're sweating.
Alright, just lean back here.
And I'd pull my hood back and pull my bone necklace away, and you would see underneath it is the mark. Hidden originally. It's there.
Right. And I will attempt to cut it with a scalpel. See if I can remove it.
Let's play. This Friday, we're playing a gacha board game created by Wacksteven, where the Tablestory cast, crew, and characters fly around a fantasy sky realm completing quests, fighting bosses, and finding out who is the greatest adventurer of all time. This game's alpha test will have Twitch chat playing right alongside a group of Tablestory cast, so join us this Friday the 29th at 4 PM Eastern as we blatantly shill to keep the lights on and play a brand new game.